This is what I like. I like a one-man operation. You know, I like a guy who just comes and just does it. You know, as opposed to 74 people and they all screw it up. You know, one guy.
You know, I feel that I do wish that we had
one other man,
person
right, to help with the equipment,
the gear.
Wow. Whoa. Hey, guys. Oh my God.
Okay, are you ready for a check on him?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 19, 29, 36, 45, 12, 11, 9, 4, 6, 2.
And that's his first song.
That was my first one.
That was your first song. Okay, I'll just give 2 shows.
Now, let me ask you a question. Am I talking to you or am I talking to the camera?
Yeah, to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is important.
Yeah, it is, because the camera angle. That's why I kind of sit
Right,
so
right.
that we can get the good
Okay.
angle without you looking directly into the camera.
You got it.
Okay. Give me the latest rundown on your awards, the number of thises and thatas that you have.
Oh, this is 3 Academy Awards.
Okay. And Tonys.
1 Tony. And 4 Grammys. And a little thing called the Pulitzer, but which is still sitting in my drawer, believe it or not. I never, you know, it's a plaque. I don't know why. I've never, you know, it's the one award I've never put up.
Really? What? Is
I
it
don't know.
hard to display it, or what? Or
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. I have to work on that. I don't have any of my awards displayed anymore. They're all now in boxes out in Long Island.
what happened to our light? Did we lose one light?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. That's okay. All right. Are you rolling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rolling.
Well, Marvin, I've never met you before, but I have to say that I'm such a Marvin Hamlisch fan, and we're so thrilled to have you here for this event in Fort Worth.
I'm looking forward to this. It's a very friendly town. We had a lovely night last night where some of the women who were involved with this took me out for dinner with their husbands. Unfortunately, hey, these things happen. But it's a very friendly place, so I'm very, I'm looking forward to this.
Good. We were doing the rundown of your awards. Now, the 3 Oscars were for?
For The Way We Were, I got two Oscars there. I got for the song and for the score. And then The Sting, for which I adapted the music of Scott Joplin, got 1 there.
Okay.
That was 3.
And the Tony was for?
For Chorus Line. The Chorus Line won a lot of Tonys that year, but for music, I have 1 Tony.
Okay. And the Pulitzer?
The Pulitzer is a prize that was awarded to Chorus Line, and all the authors get a plaque. It was quite nice.
And the Grammys, can you remember even?
You know, it's amazing. You know, the Grammys mean so much to people today. I mean, like we just had the Grammys a few weeks ago. It's weird because when I won the Grammy, I must have been in another world because, it was never my desire or my thing in life to win a Grammy. It was not one of the things that I wanted desperately. And I can remember it very hazily. I mean, I can just remember it was kind of there. And I've never made any records in my life but one, which was The Entertainer. And so it was like, thank you very much, folks. I'm not really in this business, but thank you very much, Though I must say that this year I was thrilled because, I was so thrilled for Tina Turner. I went berserk, But yes, we won 4 Grammys. I'm trying to think, it was for the song of The Way We Were and for the score, again, for the Best Motion Picture Score. Then I don't know what it was for Best Instrumental, I think, for the Entertainer. And then I won a thing that I knew was kind of funny, which was called Best New Artist. Well, since I was out of the business after I made that record, I didn't have another chance at seeing if I was going to continue as a new artist because I didn't have a record contract or anything like that. It was not, it was not the thing I wanted in life. So it was wonderful to get the award, but I knew I wasn't going to continue in it,
Marvin, what was the first thing that got you recognition where people said, oh, Marvin Hamlisch, yeah, that's the guy?
Well, the thing was, it was interesting. Because I was out in Hollywood and stuff, the whole idea of doing 2 pictures, which then garnered 3 Academy Awards, is what did it. I mean, had I won for, say, The Sting, like normal people win, you win an award, I think people would have said, that's very nice, wonderful, whatever. The fact that in 1 year I picked up all the awards in the music department was what was so strange about it. It was so wild. And then I blitzkrieged all the Mike Douglas shows and things like that. And it was just one of those things that it all happened at once. The good part after all that was that I was offered a lot of movies after that, and I decided to go back to New York, which is my hometown, and work on a show that a friend of mine was telling me about. His name is Michael Bennett, and the name of the show was A Chorus Line, and I made the right decision. So while everyone else was saying I was crazy to leave Hollywood at that time, I knew that there was no way to top it, and I wanted to go to another field anyway, because Broadway shows are really the thing that I love to do. So, just in that span of time, in those 2 years, a lot of things happened very fortuitously.
Marvin, how do you feel about the movie version that's being made of A Chorus Line?
Well, I saw the first 10 minutes of it. I wrote 2 new songs for it, which I'm very proud of, with Ed Kleban. I hear very good reports of it. I liked the script very much when I read it, and I will see it in about a month. I'll actually see the version that they've got now, and I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I really am. I think that they were close enough to the original to not make you feel like, oh, God, we've gone Hollywood. And yet I think there's enough new things in it. You know, when we thought of it as a movie, we sat down, all of the creators sat down and said, okay, we're now making the movie. So nothing is sacrosanct. We start from scratch. What do you like? What don't you like? And we ourselves took out a lot of things that we didn't think would work in a movie. We ourselves decided we wanted to change 2 songs. I mean, no one put a gun at our heads and said, you have to change things. You know, we did it ourselves. So I think you get the benefit of not feeling like, uh-oh, all they did was mount chorus line. And let's say sometimes, you know, you do shows in which no one changes a note. They have to be done a certain way. We didn't think of it that way. We said we can change anything we want. What don't we like? What would work better in a film? And in that respect, I think the film is quite good, just because we had that kind of slant on it, you know. As I say, I've only seen 10 minutes of it, so I can't tell you more than that. The first 10 minutes were really good.
Which are the songs you deleted?
Well, we deleted a song called, let's see, Sing, for instance, a song called I Really Couldn't Sing. That whole song is gone. We added songs in different places. There was a whole big thing that used to be called Give Me the Ball that has been totally changed by another song. There's been a lot of give and take in the score, a lot.
Are you happy with Attenborough being selected director?
I think it was a great choice, finally. I think that most American directors were very nervous about touching chorus line. And I think what Attenborough has brought to the show tremendously is a great feeling of humanity. I mean, I watched him do a lot of things there, and it's wonderful. And he and the choreographer are a wonderful team, because choreographers kept it very 80s, very together. And Attenborough gives it great amount of care, a real loving care. So yes, I'm very excited. I mean, it's the first time that I've been involved in a project which I wrote and then it becomes a film. I've never had that happen, you know. I keep reading that they're going to make a movie where they're playing our song. I keep thinking it'll never happen. So just to have a film that's going to, in fact, open in December and it finally be chorus line, I think is great. I think people get so intimidated by the word, a chorus line, that I think it was great that someone like Attenborough said, yeah, I'm going to do this. You know, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to make a good film. And I'm sure they've done that.
Does it bother you that the Michael Douglas role is not going to dance?
No, because, you see, the film, finally, is not about particularly dancers. It's finally about, and I think the show, too, is about human beings and being up on a line and having to audition in your life and what it means to be up on the line. And Michael Douglas brings a real manly, strong quality that is inherent in the role. The fact that he can't dance occasionally is not a big deal, because he's got an assistant in the film, and like we had in the Broadway show, and the assistant goes out and kills himself. You know what I mean? Also, in the film, we look much more into the aspect of the relationship that Michael Douglas, Zach, has with Cassie, and we really hone in on that relationship. So you needed somebody with Michael Douglas's just sexual, whatever you want to call it, in there, and so he brings a lot to the role. Isn't it great? I didn't know we were going to be at the airport. This is back.
Okay. Marvin, I don't want to take too much of your time, but I do want to ask you one more question. Which song do you think will win the Oscar this year?
That's a very good question, because the way you pose it is right. It's not about what should win, it's about what will win. You know, the song that should win, in my opinion, is Against All Odds. That should win. I would pray that it would win, because in my opinion, it's the best song. I would think that the betting in Hollywood now is a little bit closer to the Stevie Wonder song, you know, I Just Called to Say I Love You, which I think is a very nice song, but personally, I would hope Against All Odds wins. I think it's a magnificent song, and I think that Phil Collins did a brilliant job.
I
So we'll
agree.
see.
I agree.
You know, of course, what's scary about these awards, to be honest with you, is you know that when they report the award winners on the front pages of the papers, you never get, music never makes that. It's always see page 68. I mean, it's always best actor, best actress, maybe best screenplay, best director, and best picture. Those always are on the, and then it says for others, see page 68. So that's always a little unnerving to begin with, that this award particularly is a page 68 award. But I think music is getting much more important in films, and I think in a couple of years we may make page 1, hopefully.
There will be the top 7 races
Exactly.
instead of the top 6.
Right.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Would be nice.
Yeah, because I think the public loves that
Oh,
award.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, so it deserves
It
to
also
be
gives the show the most of its production values. I mean, they do all the songs, and then, you know, all of a sudden singers and dancers and stuff. So I think, yes, I think it's important.
Any ideas about which will be best picture?
Again, there's a picture out that it's obviously between Passage to India and Amadeus, and I can't give away which is my favorite, but I think those are the two that they're going to be watching for. You know.
Yeah. Okay, well, Marvin, again, thank you for your
Thank
time.
you very much.
I've enjoyed it very much, and
Thank you.
you for talking about Chorus Line.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is like the guy that they had with Hitchcock. What was the name of the man? It was Bernard Herrmann, who did all of Hitchcock's stuff. And Bernard Herrmann had this. I mean, when you think of the shower sequence, right? I mean, you remember the blood, but don't forget the. I mean, you know that. This guy, this crazy guy that Brian De Palma has, is this brilliant thing. Now, the truth is, this guy will never get an Oscar. Never. Because he's too good. And I learned the lesson because when I got nominated once and lost, I got nominated and lost with a good song, I went, oh, now I get it. It's not just how good the song is, it's how good the picture is, it's how good the campaign is, it's how many parties do you go to. It's not just about how good the work is. The scores that are up this year are not good. There's not one great score up. I mean, I remember getting the list and going, I'm not voting on this category because there's nothing. Do you know what the scores are this year? I don't know. There's not one great score. Not one even close. Not even close. And it's because the nominating committee, I mean, it's like if you go to this dinner tonight, right? At this dinner, and you see everybody and they're all dressed up, you figure they're all having a good time, and should have made you feel that the pull and push between modern day and the old Catholic ways, and that